Welcome back to Lutherans Alive. We're continuing our conversation with Jennifer Flanagan, representing Lutheran Service Society of Southwestern Pennsylvania, talking about the Springboard Kitchen program, which has been a blessing to many in its first year or so of existence, and typically about how long are folks a part of the program?
It's a 16-week program, and it's give or take, and that's give or take because some people may finish early. They may be ready for placement earlier than that, particularly if they came to us with some background in food service. Our goal is to place people at higher than minimum wage, higher than entry level. So we're talking about 11, $12 an hour jobs, which may not seem like a lot to some people, but the difference between a minimum wage job and a $12 an hour job is enormous for somebody's day-to-day existence. And so we're really looking to keep people in the program long enough where we feel pretty confident we can place them out at that higher level of pay. We also have an exciting program piece that we've started with a few employers, and we want to expand this. It's an internship program where employers will make spaces in their kitchens for our students to come down, and this is typically in the last 4 weeks or so of the program, and they work at that employer 2 days a week usually for a set amount of time, and that gives the employer an opportunity to see how this person fits into their kitchen, gives them a sense to test the waters with that particular individual before actually making a hire. And I would say that for most of the people who have gone through the internships end up getting hired by that employer, which is actually really nice because then they're hired before they're even done with the program. And it's a win-win for the employer too, because they can rely on us to fill gaps in their schedule through our interns, and then know that they're basically getting to train somebody, they're getting to get to know this person, they're getting to really make sure that it's a right fit. Turnover is a huge problem for employers in food service, and so this actually just cuts down on that piece for them. So that's an exciting thing. We do that right now actually with a smaller catering firm and then a larger institutional employer. So we have that at both kinds of employers, and we're looking to expand that. Our relationship with employers is really critical to the success of this program because at first, I think everyone's first reaction is, oh, I don't want to hire somebody with barriers to employment. What does that mean? But when we start to talk to employers about what that does mean, we know more about these people than most employers will know about the rest of their employees. And our clients have given us permission to talk about their backgrounds with employers, so there are no surprises. We are very open and honest about, and we work with all kinds of employers. So if there's an employer who says, I can't take anyone with a criminal background, that's okay. We have people who don't have criminal backgrounds. They have other barriers. And so we work with employers to say, what kinds of people are you looking for? What are the restrictions for your particular workplace? And try to form a partnership so that it gets to the point where those employers are calling us saying, we have an opportunity. One of our really a great employer that's kind of come up over the summer is the New Consol Energy Center. They've hired quite a few of our people there, and they just called us this week with 5 more openings. So that's exciting when somebody likes that, and they're hiring it at very good wages. There's benefits down the road for people, 6-month benefits. So it's exciting when we form those partnerships with those kinds of employers who then start calling us. And we do this, and I've mentioned these institutional employers, but we do work with the smaller family-owned restaurants. Obviously, there's fewer opportunities there, so we tend to want both. But for some people, that's a good fit for them. And so we try to work with both kinds of employers.
As you say, it's a win-win.
It is
for
absolutely
everybody.
a win-win.
And what a blessing, particularly to the folks who are really seeking employment and need the extra help.
Mm-hmm.
And how has this program and your work with Lutheran Service Society, how has it been a blessing for you personally? What has given you the greatest joy?
I would say it's really changed my own, even though I'm in this ministry, I do this sort of work, it has definitely opened my eyes and made me much more willing to forgive somebody's past and to acknowledge that your past informs but does not dictate your future, and to really be open to someone's ability to change. That's actually been a blessing for me, because I've met really amazing individuals who are trying very hard to get their lives in order, and all they really need is that opportunity, somebody to give them the chance, to provide them with the resources and that space in which to move forward and transform their lives. And so just seeing that has definitely made me much more open to the possibility of transformation in a way that I was on paper before, but now that I've actually seen it over and over and over again, I think that it's definitely changed me personally.
It's a good reminder that each of us stand in need of God's forgiveness.
Absolutely, absolutely. And when you see people working so hard, it makes you look closely at yourself, make sure that you are working as hard on your own particular issues. So I think, you know, we all have ways that we can improve and be better Christians, definitely. So
God is all about forgiveness. God is all about second chances. And that's a wonderful message to take from today's conversation. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for being here today. And may God continue to bless the work that you do with Lutheran Service Society.
Thank you so much.
And we thank you also for being with us today on Lutherans Alive. Because Christ is alive, we are too. And we know that from wherever you are watching in the southwestern Pennsylvania viewing area, there has to be somewhere in your community or near your community a Lutheran congregation of people wanting to follow our Lord, and we hope that you will join us. We hope that you will also join us next time on Lutherans Alive. Thank you.